Yeah. Okay, good evening, everybody. How you doing? Good evening, wherever you are. Someone is worried about me. Wow. Guys, kindly share the broadcast as many times as you can. Share in your groups, share with your friends, share with your family. I'm really sorry for being late. I mean, it's the African spirit, I guess. But I hope you forgive me because most of you, your papas, they always get late for church. And you'll be singing that song. Remember that song you sing? What is it called? What is it called? The song you sing, we are here for you. Come and do what you do. Guys, please, kindly share. I'm excited. I'm good. God is good. Please share with as many people as you can. Okay? Tell them Papa is here. He's here to do what he can do. Share. Okay, share. Share to as many people as you can. We're not starting if until everybody who's here shares it, okay? Okay? We need at least 400 shares if possible. Or let's just say 50 shares and then we are ready to go. So tell people Papa, the real Papa is here, okay? The real Moses. Someone say, good to see me. Thank you so much. And how I love to hear that God is with me. It's brilliant. Which Papa are you LP now? I'm not, LP is, he says a dimension, is a principality. That's what he says. So I'm not sure if I'm yet a principality or I'm still growing. Guys, after sharing, just let me know. You shared, please share with others. Okay. Let's not waste this opportunity. I mean, by all circumstances, I make sure I'm here. All right. So you know what you can do for me? Just one favor. You can just share. And also, if you can hear me, just hit the like button or the love, the heart, so that I know that everybody is hearing me. If you hear me clear, just hit that. Or kindly just comment that you can hear me. Thank you. David said, done sharing. You haven't shared enough. Share to other groups. I want to see these shares after this broadcast. Of course, I can check now, but yes, also share to the ghost accounts if they did text you. We are praying for them. Someone can hear me clearly. Thank you so much. In the meantime, while we're waiting for people to share, please tell me where you're watching me from. Tell me where you're watching me from. I also want to know where you guys come from. I'm watching you and I'm talking to you from United Kingdom. Okay. I can hear you. Thank you so much. Please, guys, tell me where you're watching me from. Tell me where you are watching me from. Tell me where you're watching from. I know you hear me clear, so if you hear me clear, I think you can also hear what I'm asking. Tell me where you're watching me from. All right. Yeah, I have my London people. Thank you so much for supporting, my UK people. Botswana in the house. You know, USA. Wow, the boy has gone global now. Oh my God. Oh my God. that's that's what LP doesn't want to hear. Some people are watching us from Birmingham. You know, some really beautiful ladies from from Birmingham. I'm not so sure if I'm allowed to say things like that here. Some people are watching from Ireland. You know, some are joining us, of course, VIP. Some are in Botswana again. Someone says Zim irkunetsa data. What it means, Zim something to do with, what do you call it? Like they don't have enough data or they have data issues. England, I haven't been, okay, that's my dearest mom. Watching from South Africa, okay. Guys, share, okay? We want to hear this truth together, all right? We want to hear these things together, okay? So please tell me why I'm looking at the sermon. Today is a sermon, okay? Zimbabwe, German, Zimbabwe. You know, thank you, my Zimbabwean people. Someone just said data is an issue, but I see you're making an effort to be here. Okay, thank you so much. Please, my daughter said hello to all of you, and everyone here as well said hello. Okay, guys, keep sharing. My doctor is asking me if the medicine worked for me. Okay, I don't know, we'll see. Hey, so guys, 3 more minutes. Someone said the warm heart of Africa. I really love being African. It's a blessing. Guys, share with others, okay? Let's get those numbers to 300 or something, okay? And then go. If it hits 300 on the screen there, trust me, I'm talking. Okay. Also tell Papa's sons that we are here. Tell them that their brother is talking. Okay. I say tell Papa's sons that their brother is talking. They shouldn't have any issue listening to me, these little suckers. Okay, guys, quickly. Quickly, guys, quickly. Okay, guys, quickly. Let all of them, let them know. Let them know. Guys, you can't miss this. I mean, this is so important. You know, even myself, I couldn't wait. Do you know, even right now, I don't know what God is in store for us. Okay? I don't even know. We'll see. I have an idea, but I don't know. I mean, there's a lot to talk about, so we'll see where it starts. Also, invite ghost accounts. Today, we need a lot of people to comment. I mean, their contribution is also... it's also appreciated. We appreciate it. Ladies and gentlemen, tiri kufambira nyaya dzacho. I've shared. I see some are sharing with their friends, taking their friends, and thank you for not being selfish. Guys, call them. We're doing good. Yes, even LP, apparently for now I don't have his number, you see? But if I had his number, I would invite him, like, Papa, please come here. Oh, yeah. Okay, guys, quickly. Don't be stingy. I mean, these things are for free, you don't understand? No one is paying for tickets here. Just invite people. It's free. You can't afford to miss for anything. Hi, Miriam Light. Thank you for joining. What a wonderful person you are. Don't worry which Papa we're talking about. Please. Guys, share. I mean, share. Remember, you guys are not paying me. I'm not on a payroll. So, guys, relax. Just one simple thing. All right? Unless we are collecting tithe in the end of this. Then now I can dance according to your tune. But let's cooperate. Kundaike wants to be in your video. Who's Kundaike who want to be in my video? Guys, but you know the audience, everyone talks, everyone speaks English, and I would love to speak in Shona if it was the Zimbabwean audience. I'm very good at Shona, like that. Shona ndotaura yakawandisa isiyo musoro bangu. Wow. But you see, people here will be disappointed. Some are thinking I'm speaking in tongues. All right, guys, we're about to start. 3 more minutes. Share, like, share button, like, you know, that button, share. All right, and one more thing, just tell me how much you love me and appreciate me, you know, how much you appreciate the bishop talking to you. Just tell the bishop how much you appreciate him. Please tell the bishop how you appreciate the bishop. Please, ladies and gentlemen, tell the bishop how much you appreciate him. Okay? Someone said, what? It's stuck. What? I can't even read this. Okay, I need to read this when I'm done. Please appreciate. Thank you so much. We love you. Slow toned voice. Exactly. I'm not trying to scare anybody. Apparently, LP says otherwise because of my voice. That's his latest rumor on me. As of earlier on today, they found me a girlfriend. All right, now that is my girlfriend. So I'm confused. What am I, guys? Like I said yesterday, you need to stick to one line, one narrative. We don't want you to keep changing and stuff like that. All right? I don't mind. Whatever they say, let's stick to that. I'm flabbergasted. Wow. I especially thank God for you. I also thank God for you because you are not a fool that needs another man to think for you. If I want to just throw one scripture, you know what the scripture says? That cursed is a man who trusts in a man. And I think we are in that dispensation where people are really exercising that scripture. So we have a lot of cursed people. So today we came here to reverse that. All right. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, without you, as I promised that we're going to do this broadcast here, and I would love to also put a disclaimer before we start, that I mentioned to you that there are things I'm going to say here that LP says in his own words, and I don't want anybody here to be too sensitive about anything. If you know you are too sensitive, I'm giving you this minute to help yourself and excuse yourself. I'm not trying to give you a bad night. I'm not trying to ruin the good day that you already had, all right? Because here we are going to say things as they are. Now, also, understand this, that if you want a sermon, all right? If you want a sermon, I know where to recommend to you. TD Jakes is on YouTube, and all those guys, Joe Austin and stuff like that. And if you also visit their websites, I think they have directions on how you can get their preaching materials, their teaching materials. As for here, is for me to say what I need to say, all right? So away with all that stuff. The problem that we are facing currently is we keep hiding snakes in the name of God. I once said in one live broadcast on Amex TV, I once said this. I said, it doesn't matter, all right, how beautiful a snake is. If you help that snake to escape, it is only a matter of time, all right? The same snake is going to come and bite you. There is a reason why I say that. You see, I would be a complete liar if I said, in my time when I was around LP and in his church, I would lie that I would lie if I tell you that there were no signs of these things, or we didn't hear people who came and said it to us as we were joining the church and stuff like that. We had a lot of people. We saw these things in newspapers, right? But we ignored because we thought maybe it's different. My case is different. And then to find out years later that, wow, the man was really like digging into you. Do you understand? Like violation at its best. You see, a man you call a father, all right? If you have a man you call a father touching your daughter, touching your woman, touching your wives, and stuff like that, something wrong with that. And me especially, I have a thing against it because you see, you look at everybody around LP, they know exactly who he is. They know exactly what he does. You understand? Most of your pastors, LP, and most of LP's pastors, they know the truth. Some of them, they even know that Papa is touching our women and they're okay with it. Why are they okay with it? Because LP is the provider. I remember I said something 24 hours ago, like a day ago, and I say, you know, it's hard to speak truth when your abuser is also your provider. That is the situation around LP's camp right now. The problem is he is the provider to the same people that he's abusing. So sometimes when you are desperate like that, guess what happens? You tend to endure all this abuse because there is something that is supplying to your life. I mean, you guys, you have seen what has been happening in the last 24 hours. They are trying everything they can to prevent the truth from coming. But like I said, this platform, we will say our truth and it will grow gradually. We are not rushing anything, okay? This platform will grow gradually. By the time we get to the documentary that I'm releasing very soon, everybody will be alert and everybody will be waiting to hear the finisher, the finisher of all finishers. All right? So it is hard to speak truth to someone who happens to be your provider. You see, everyone in this camp right now, they know everything I'm saying is true. And the women especially, they know that we are calling Papa, Daddy, and our husbands are maybe in the blank, or the husband knows it and doesn't know how to confront it. Do you understand? All right? But that's where the bread is coming from. That's where the bread is coming from. So what can they do? They can't do anything. If you trying to get your head big, guess what? You are kicked out. You know, you are kicked out from your position. Someone else will take over. So for you to maintain your position, you have to adhere to what the man wants. And at times that means sacrificing a daughter if you have one that is old enough for LP to sleep with. And sometimes that means you sacrificing your wife if you have one. Okay? Are you guys hearing what I'm saying? So this is the LP's camp. It is hard to speak truth when a man abusing you is also your provider. In the last 24 hours, they were told to put a trend, or should I say a hashtag, all right? Don't worry about anyone talking about evidence. Ignore them, all right? And I'm talking about in the last 24 hours, they were told to trend a hashtag called #MyGets. So they are saying, oh, if it wasn't for LP, I won't be where I am. You are my gets. In 2021, protect your gets. In 2021, protect your gets. You see, guys, a sign of an occultic church or an occultic whatever is one, all right? Everything is centralized around one man. It is about one man. You barely hear anything to do with Jesus, anything like that. What? There is nothing like that. It's always my papa, my this, my papa, my this. And constantly, you have to keep posting pictures about him. You have to say something about him. Like now they are saying this man is their gate. We don't understand what gate are they talking about. Gate to where? Apparently, maybe LP has become the departure center for the rapture that he is now peddling. He's talking about the rapture. A lot of people don't know that the reason why he's doing all these things is trying to run away from a serious issue. Between me and LP, we have a very serious issue, a very serious one. Don't get carried away, especially him if he's watching. Let him not be carried away. All right, I'm not a fool, but I'm here to try to show you what this man is like. All right, so guys, keep taking these people. Keep taking these people because it's about to get hot. I want to tell you this, guys. Do you know that most people right now, their souls are not being lost outside, all right? They're actually being lost in the church. Because I remember, from what I remember and from what I'm seeing and from what I've heard and witnessed and everything, all right? LP always come to ask you this question, all right? Please, if this has never happened to you, I know what your issue is. I'm going to tell you now. Your issue is that you are either ugly, you are not appealing, or nothing like that. That's why you have never been approached. But from what I know, LP, he approaches anything that has anything in the middle of the legs, okay? Anything or with anyone with something in the middle of the legs, he will approach you. That's one thing I know. So some people are like, oh, but it never happened to me. Your issue is one, you are not that attractive. I agree, it's okay, I'm sorry. I don't know how I can comfort you. Guys, in the past few days, LP started saying London prophet, the lying prophet, the prophet with the wings, and this thing that, you know, portrays himself like is this thing from heaven with wings. That's what I'm talking about. That guy, he once approached me myself, you understand? And then he said, hi, son. I said, how are you, dad? You see, because we respect him as our father, we always say, dad. Okay, this is how we call him, dad. But maybe the guy hears something different, right? He's probably hearing daddy or something, you know? But, and then he asked me this question. He said to me, son, what is it you can do for me? And then I said to him, I have never thought of anything that I can't do for you. But I understand the answer I'm giving is based on one thing. It's based on the fact that this is a man I look up to, and obviously I'm expecting him to have high moral standards, high moral understanding. And I'm also looking at it as this is a man who's at a different spiritual level, very a clear spiritual perspective. So I wouldn't expect a guy like him to do anything to me or do anything to anyone around me. You understand? So when he asked me this question and say, what is it that you can do for me? I said to him, I have not thought of anything that I can do for you. You shoot and then I'll go. Tell me you are the father, right? I'm the son. I'll do it. He said, You see? So when you hear LP trying to say, oh, that boy is a well-known gay person and all that kind of stuff, I don't mind, guys. Believe all you like, all right? If that's what you want to believe, no problem. But make sure that you stick to that. Tomorrow, don't change and say, oh, no, he's like this. No, stick to that. So let's not run to pick up these things, that the lies that these guys are spreading. Now, another thing is, if he says, I am that, then you need to ask yourself a question. What was he doing with me in the same room for more than 45 minutes, a lot of times? In fact, sometimes I'll spend an hour or two with him. What was he doing with me in the same room if he is now saying, I'm all this? I'll sit in the same room with LP, you'll be there on this phone watching some crazy videos, you hear, fuck this, fuck that. LP. Sometimes I'm even like, you know, sometimes I thought, maybe my spirituality is being tested, you know. LP, it looks so relaxed. Someone said, did he ever hit on you? I mean, one time he told me to go and wait for him in another room somewhere in a hotel, right? And I went there, I waited there for like 20 minutes. I mean, I looked at the bed, I realized no one used the bed, no one used this bed. And you know, like in the hotel, you see like as soon as you get in, they leave those note cards on there, so you can actually tell whether that room has been used or whatever. I was surprised. I was like, why is he sending me to the room? I should have just gone to the room that he was already in, or I can meet him in the lobby. Like, we don't need to be like this, you know? So the guy came, And then I saw him taking 2 tablets. He had 2 tablets in his hand, 2 tablets like this. He took 2. He went into the bathroom. You know, like there was like a bathroom as soon as you entered the room. He went in the bathroom, took some water, and took 2 tablets, right? And then this is what he did. Drank. He came to me. He took his chair and he sat very close to me. And then he held my hands. And I need to know that you are following. And then he held my hands. He said, let us pray. Honestly, I was shocked because LP barely prays for people. Like, it's not something that I know him for, all right? He doesn't pray for people like that. So, anyway, I just opened my eyes after I finished praying. Apparently, nothing happened. But the weird thing is I want to be honest. In the back of my mind, it came in like, this is, the proximity was too close, all right? It was too close. I was uncomfortable until we finished the meeting. And any other time he spent time with me in the same room with him, I mean, you do some crazy signs and what, but it's only now that I'm looking at it, you understand? But nothing happened to me personally, all right? But I really get shocked a lot because the problem with him is anytime you're not in good books with him, he says something like, oh, that guy was gay. And anytime he comes in service to bash something or to speak against a certain subject or a certain behavior, you know that is covering something, because we had a brother in the choir that had an afro hair, all right? And those that go to the London church, you know the brother I'm talking about, you can confirm. LP definitely done something to the brother. he definitely done something to the brother. Okay? I see. People are going crazy. So LP wanted to chew my dinner and then chew me too. Like, he wanted to chew all the way. I said, definitely he wanted to. Okay? He wanted to. Some things I'm not going to say now. But, you see, now I even look how many times this guy would tell me he loves me, and he had a way of talking which right now, if you begin to look at it, it's a bit funny. And because of some things I wanted to say as well, I think I should leave that topic for another day. So we should just go straight to... I want to start by saying this, guys. People who defend such behavior, you are the ones peddling this problem. You are the ones... you are the ones encouraging this sort of behavior. You understand? If you are someone who says, no, we're just defending our men of God no matter what, and this, and this, and this, and this, what you are really trying to tell us is this. You are the same. You are the same as LP, the one doing it. Because you know about it and you are doing nothing about it. Someone say, just say a certain name. You already said the name, so why do I need to say it? You said it, right? So I don't need to say it. You already said it. So we have a problem, and here's the thing I wanted to say to you guys. The thing is not about who is lying, whether I'm lying or not. I'm just going to show you this. Most of these London Prophets victims are already people serving in his church. These are people who are already in his church. All right. They are there right now serving. Some of them have left. All right. A few have left. But most of them are serving in that church right now as we speak. Okay. And I'll tell you how LP does it. Guys, you have never received a phone call from LP. If you receive a phone call from that guy, the guy knows how to ask. Do you know, in my country, we say kunyengerera, right? It's like begging someone in a certain way. Like he knows how to convince. You know, you even come to you and say something like, oh, you know, I'm really sorry. Oh, my son, you know, save me. You know, you are the only one who knows my secrets and all this and this. You might say things like that just to get you on his side. All right? And sometimes the people that are still left with him and they are his victims, they might end up feeling sorry for him, and then he makes it look like he's a victim. He makes it look like, you know, he's going through some things and, you know, in this, just to get away from that trouble. If you guys notice what happened on the 31st, first of all, on the 31st, these guys, they wanted to break government rules, all right, just to hold a service. So they lied to us through their social media channels that the government and the police had approved for this program to go through, okay? But what actually happened was people went there early to secure seats, all right? So there was a bunch of women waiting outside. The police came. The police was like, yo, what are you doing here? They're like, oh, we are here for church. The police was like, what church? They said, yeah, that church. They mentioned the name. And then the police was like, there is no church here. That church doesn't exist. It's not registered. It's not even a church. It's not, and that is true. The church is not registered as a church. It is registered as a publishing company. All right? All right? So the police was right. So people were chased away. People were told, guys, back off, disperse, go home. It's not happening. Okay? That's exactly what happened. That church is registered. It is registered as a publishing company. And for some of you who have been following me, I exposed a website, all right, where these people take their content, their preaching material, the messages that this man has been preaching from 2007, 2009, 2010, 11, 12, up to date, all right? They were taking it from that website. The messages they are preaching about the rapture, about this and this and this and this and this and this. All right? Everything that you ever heard, all those messages that they entice you with, all these things that they make you feel like, wow, wow, wow. There is a website. Let me see if I can pin it. All right? I'm going to pin it now. There you go. I think I just did. I just pinned the website. That's where they were taking their messages. That's where they were taking their... So they are actually a publishing company. These guys, they are not a church. They're a publishing company that publish plagiarized content. Plagiarized content. In some weeks or days to come, I'll find time so that we can really walk through, all right? We can walk through that that website and all this plagiarizing nonsense. And even right now, the song that won the best award of the year, what, it was copied somewhere. In fact, all of their songs, some of their songs, all right? I'm going to compile a file and show you guys where those songs were taken from. This is what these guys are good at. All right? So, anyway, the police did turn away everybody, right? LP decided to say, okay, let's go and do the crossover service in my house. You can imagine the amount of fuck you, fuck off, run, you're taking a piece, all those words. You can imagine the amount of those dirty words were told these guys. LP was under pressure. you know, because he wanted to beat PEM. PEM was already, by the time LP started his service, PEM was already resting like this. He was watching just people live performing. Do you understand? LP was under pressure. And you know what they did? They're like, everyone is here. Do you know who was there? The victims, his victims. So LP decided to award his victims some awards. The point I'm trying to make is most of LP's victims are still with him. Because the thing is this, it's either if some don't believe that, if you leave this man of God, now, PEM is Prophet Emmanuel from Zimbabwe. Okay? That's PEM. Thank you, guys. You can help me with this. So, the guy he finds a way to cover up his tracks. Right? He cover up his tracks. For an example, I mentioned before that there was a girl that he took from Mauritius, all right? He was grooming this girl. She was calling him my king, daddy, all that stuff. And then when I exposed the fact that he flew the girl from Mauritius to the crusade that happened in Uganda, and then he was sexually interacting with her and stuff like that. He then went and told the girl to remove all his pictures from the profile. That's what he does. When I mentioned that the degree that he was lying that, my wife has gotten this degree, this and this. And when I said that degree doesn't exist in the on the University of Liverpool, all right, they didn't do anything. But when I mentioned, before that, when I mentioned that the certificates that these guys, they keep talking about, like, okay, I'm a graduate of this, are not true. The next day, he presented his wife in a graduation gown when graduation didn't even take place. Graduation didn't even take place. You see what I'm saying? When I mentioned that, LP, you were dealing with this pastor from Namibia, right? And this pastor from Namibia was your girl, and you were doing whatever, right? When I mentioned that, why are you giving this pastor to one of your pastors? You are throwing it to one of your pastors. Guess what he did? He managed to give these guys an award. So you see, like, people are being awarded from being stupid. This is what this guy does, guys. This is what this guy does. So he's a master of cover-ups. You can actually check even in pictures. You can tell, this is all fake. Someone is talking about when was he a lecturer? He was never a lecturer anyway. Let him prove to us he was a lecturer somewhere. Let him prove to us that he was a lecturer somewhere. LP was never a lecturer anyway. Hold on, guys. We are about to go deeper. So here's the thing, right? The London Prophet, the guy you see, to you who like defending him, right now, I have a lot of evidence. A lot of evidence on many issues. But the issue I want to talk about is this, how he speaks. A lot of you think LP is all this and stuff like that. LP will be on the phone with girls like this, telling them, let's fuck them. LP is a guy who tells his pastor's wives that my pussy LP is the one that tells the girls in the choir that this is my pussy. Don't give it to your boyfriend. Then you wonder why the girls in church never post any boyfriend of theirs. It's because LP says it is my pussy. LP is the guy who text every girl and then promise them a position of a PA, knowing for a fact that that position is taken by a male figure, all right? And the aim is just to lure these girls. This is a man that will be using that Forbes magazine article from 2012 that was fake even. Everything about that is fake to lure these girls. All right? And then he comes to church to preach about women for sale. I don't think people are following. People are following. LP, he approaches this other friend of mine, and then he says, God is telling me that next year you're going to be carrying my baby. All right? And then he sent his pictures of his privates. Okay? This is a man that all of you defend like, oh, it's not him. How do you defend a person who's actually doing these things while they are on a video call like this? They are doing it on video call. They are doing it on video call. How can you say someone is crazy? He's doing it on video call. This is someone who went to one of my friend's wife, and he said this. He said that you never tested a dick like this one. I can't wait for you to come to my office after lockdown so I can touch my pussy. The guy actually forcing himself. These women are telling him, no, this is an inappropriate. The men keep pushing himself. Oh, this is why you are broke. Right now, as I speak, there are women here that saw LP texting their daughters, and they were sitting next to their daughters like this, and they saw him in action. And when he's embarrassed, you try to say, oh, you know, how much money can we pay? Please, you know, I'm really sorry, I'm really sorry, I'm really sorry. And then the next thing you post a message saying that LP doesn't talk to any women, to his congregants. LP speaks to his congregants more than he speaks to his pastors. Hey, let's not rush. We are taking it one step at a time. This is a man that abused one of my friend's girlfriend, okay? All right? And the guy convinced this poor little girl. She send him things, this and this and this and this and this and this. And then the same things that he gets from these girls, that's what he threatened them with. He threatened to leak these things on internet, which I've said before. And in many instances, he has actually done that. He has actually done that. So when he's threatening this with these girls with leaking these things, that's how he manages to finally sleep with them. I need you people to ask yourself this question. Why do pastors keep leaving this London prophet? Why do his pastors keep leaving him? What? Nobody's ever asked these questions. Can I tell you something? There was an incident that happened I want to mention this because it's important. Okay? I want to mention this because it's important. There was an incident that happened in Ottawa. Ottawa, Canada in 2015. In 2015, he went to, if it's not 2015, it's 2015 or 2016, 2015, 16, around that time. He went to Ottawa in Canada. LP had a son, one son of his, which was there. He went to minister there. He went with this team. He went with these boys. During the night after service, LP took some girls with him to his hotel room. Okay? And this pastor that had hosted them forgot something, whether it was a phone or whatever, but I remember he forgot something, right? And then he came back. When he came back, he knocked on the London Prophet's door in that hotel. And then the London Prophet thought that it was his PA. Back in the day, it was not the one that he has. There was another PA which was there back in that time. When this man arrived, LP told one of the girls to open the door. And when the girl opened the door, she realized, oh, this is my pastor. My pastor just came here. And then that pastor told LP and his PA that, hey guys, listen, I didn't know that's what you guys do. But as for me, I'm cutting any connection with you. I'm booking you your tickets back to London Heathrow as soon as tomorrow. I don't want anything to do with you. And I will not contact you. Don't contact me. Do you know what LP told Emmanuel Makandiwa? LP told the PEM that, oh, I was in another country, and then after service, they sent me some prostitutes, and I was shocked, and I said, what are these prostitutes for? And then they said, oh, it is for your service, men of God, since you are tired. It's not true. The true narrative is exactly what I just told you. What I want to tell you people is this. What I want to tell you is that the behavior of this man of being a sexual predator has not started today. This is something he has started for years. It's something you guys know from Zimbabwe, that he has been doing his people's, his pastors' wives and stuff like that. This is what this guy specializes in. The moment he puts you closer, he's trying to violate. And the problem is, it's not always an agreement. He is going by violation. Let me repeat, violation. If you know English, it's simple what I'm saying here. Most of you remember LP had a son in India. One son in India. One big guy that was gathering hundreds of thousands and thousands and thousands of people. Right? Why did that guy leave? That Indian, most of you watching me, you know the guy I'm talking about. Why did that Indian guy leave? Because LP told the guy that, yeah, you need to show me your loyalty. And then the guy said, how? He said, you have done everything, but you need to let me sleep with your wife. Now, this is not a rumor. This is not something I'm just making up. I want to tell you something. LP has gotten to each and every one of us and has asked us, can I test your wife? It's either you don't even know what he's talking about. You're thinking maybe he's talking about just the testing of spiritual, he wants to see, nothing to do with sexual, whatever. But that's what this man means. Look at everyone around him, guys. You know, you look at everyone around him that you call sons. It's either they are on their second marriage, third marriage, or something like that. No one even have a marriage, just one marriage like this. Look at that other prophet in Zimbabwe, that other guy. He just lost his wife, divorced his wife. For what? I'm just going to say it as it is. But then the foolishness with some of these guys is that they will stick with LP and then let their women go. They pass the blame on their women. If you see anyone who's being put close by LP, it's not just for nothing. There is a reason. The guy has to make sure somehow he violates you. Someone is here saying LP slept with my cousin's fiance and then they broke up. It's like this guy is specialized in breaking marriages and relationships. Anytime you see someone being made a pastor in church and they are female, you need to really, okay. When LP was trying to cover up a scandal between the issue that I currently have with him, that, of course, you guys have to be patient with that to see events unfolding. He told me that, oh, you know, we can make you a pastor. I said to him, I thought I was one already. He said, no, I mean now you can be more closer to me. I was like, the last time I was closer, you violated. So I wonder now if I become close to you, what else would happen? Zanele, the question you're asking, it's a yes. Yes. And that person you're asking about actually said it to me on the phone. It's not even a joke. Here's the thing. Sometimes LP threatens these women that if you don't adhere to this, is going to make the husband leave you or something like that, because somehow he claims to have so much influence over his sons. And it's a fact. His boy that he's running around with right now, he told the boy that I don't like your wife. You are for us, but your wife is not for us. And who knows, it could be this because of this. Right now as I speak, what this man does is if he grooms a girl and then sleep with her and abuse the girl, the next thing he does, he asks that the girl if she has any friends, and then you go for the friends as well. This is what he does. If there is anyone running a pimp, is that guy. Guys, I'm saying it in a very simple way. If you see a couple that is very good breaking up and then they were connected to LP, I am telling you LP has done something. LP has a hand in a lot of marriages that have broken, a lot of houses that have broken. It's so simple. We don't even need to keep going around and round and round and round and round on this issue. Because these men will be telling these women, my pussy. It's not your pussy because that's somebody's wife, you dummy. What kind of man of God is that you call someone's wife and say, this is my pussy? Imagine there's no shame whatsoever. I told you guys, allow me today just to say what he says. This is a guy who's busy in his robe. You guys, you are busy paying partnerships and whatever you're getting told. The gospel is expanding. The man in his pajamas and the morning gown and is in his room like this. There are many women that can confirm right now in the comment section. and then he's busy this. Some of them you even send your manhood pictures. You even approach this other girl and you told her like, oh, I'm not gonna talk to you again because you are failing to appreciate the higher that comes in your life. You know, to see the men of my caliber coming. And he's like, but you are my father. I said, yes, but if you are my daughter, you would know how to sacrifice for your father. And those who are joining us today, please do not confuse us. The ones who've been following me, they know. If you want to know some of the things, just go and watch some of my previous videos. You will see what I'm talking about. It's so simple. So simple. Right now, as I speak, there is a girl from Paris that you were trying to sell to your spiritual father's nephew, okay? Your spiritual father's nephew in Nigeria. The girl even went to Nigeria and then she was abused for 2 months. I'm talking about, I have evidence for this in my phone. No, and we even have your phone calls recorded, LP, when you were calling the girl trying to force her to, so that she goes and says sorry, so that you look good in Pastor C's eyes, and then the girl looked like she was one lying about all this. You also tried to sleep with the same girl you wanted to give to your spiritual father's nephew. You tried that. Why do you need to sleep? Some of the girls in the choir you abuse like this because they want a recording label, and then the next thing you give them as little as 500 pounds. Man, you're ridiculous. The problem we have is that most of you keep buying dreams. You have a man who's promising you that we are building a city, but then he tells you that rapture is happening now. What do we need a city for? Most of you, you do not know where the money goes. You just don't know. Ask me. Ask me, why are they hiding that boy from Botswana, that guy called Matt? Why are they hiding him? This is the boy they were using to pay all these girls that you'll be trying to silence and stuff like that. And the problem is this. Most of the people in his pastors and leadership in his ministry, some of them, they don't even have papers in this country. They don't have papers in this country. So obviously they depend on LP. And they're assisting him in running these operations. If a victim tries to come and say something, it is the women that are sent to silence the victim. And the people are being sent, they're already victims themselves anyway. Right now, as I speak, LP has messed up some people in the protocol. Right now, there are guys who are mad. Their wives have just come to tell them recently, like, yo, what Ashton is saying is true. Let them come deny it. Please, don't come with ghost accounts. Come in your name. I'm speaking in my name. I'm not speaking through a ghost account. Guys, this is a man who love pussy so much because this is the word he like. My pussy. Show me my pussy. In one day, how many pussies do you want? How many? Honestly, how many for you to be, for you to leave us alone? How many do we need to gather for you? Please, sir, answer us. We need to know. The problem is, you are told if you speak against him, you will die. Do you remember in Zimbabwe, there was a time the choir didn't sing properly, and then the guy says, oh, all of you, I remove my covering from you. And then the next week, it was said, oh, all of them, they lost their jobs. Yeah, right? You, how many pussies have you violated? How many cookies have you violated? And who has taken your job? Who has taken your life? God didn't take his covering from you. People are saying, does the wife know? Let me help you understand this. The wife is sent to pay victims, silence victims, talk to victims, in many cases, right? According to law, you become an accomplice because of that. So, knowing how LP functions, that he threatens people, I won't be surprised he threatens his own wife to say, if I'm going down, we're going down together. So obviously she would need to stick with him. Because, either way, by default, she is in a mess. And I'm sorry to mention that some of the girls you done this to, they even said you are not a strong person. You are 60 seconds. And guys, remember, this woman is a mother too. Sometimes women would enjoy a lot of stuff because they are mothers. In church, here's what happens. You would have pastors being told, go and say this. Go and say, yeah, we were with Papa and then this happened. We were coming through the lifts and then the angels dropped some feathers or oil started coming out of the wall. Everything is done to floss your minds. It's a lie. It's a lie. I'm going to come out soon, guys, when I'm going to tell you about all these things, manufactured testimonies and this and this and this. Where people be coming here to say their own things. I even need to say it. The guy that's why he said you're too slow, because he comes fast. He's too fast. Guys, let's share this video. Let's share this video. Guys, the things you like to see on social media. You guys need to relax. I'm telling you. If I tell you something, LP has never raised a son, all right? He has never raised a person. He only goes for sons who are already doing okay already. And then you will sort of just put his mark there. And then you'll be like, oh, I raised this son, I raised this son. Right now, check any son you knew around him. Where did all those people go? And then the ones you are thinking are loyal, what if I tell you that they are not loyal? The man has something against them because this is what he does. He blackmails people. Do you remember that white boy used to use around and you'll be screaming his name everywhere? All of you never asked where the white boy went. If that guy like that guy left, honestly, the man blackmails his own sons. I'm telling you. Okay, let me just be blunt. Even myself, you try to blackmail me, you can't. You see, I'm a fool anyway. How can you even try to... You can't blackmail a fool. You can't. You can't. He will tell you, okay, we are going to say this, we are going to say that, we'll say that, okay. If it is videos, please send me. I will help you spread it to these people, okay? Fast enough. Doesn't change the fact you came by violation. But one thing I will say in this broadcast, and I promise you, it is coming to an end. It is coming to an end. It is coming to an end. This is why the leadership that he has would endure their women being taken advantage of. This is why they would endure his abusive ways of him shouting at them and treating them like kids. Because he recently said in a small video, you cannot embarrass a man that gave you a platform. So if you gave me a platform, that means you can abuse my woman, you can abuse our daughters, simply because you gave me a platform. When are you people going to wake up? I promise you, I said, this will come to an end. It is coming to an end. This is coming to an end. This is a man, guys, preparing you for rapture. I tell you what, if that guy is in the first flight, I'm missing that flight. You might be on the way to heaven like this, and guess what? The guy will just rape a woman in there, and then God will be like, mission aborted. We need to do it again. You have a wrong person in there. This guy will cause problems for people in heaven, I'm telling you. Rapture. You see, rapture is only being spoken of here simply because the guy wants to divert the attention of people. He doesn't want you to think. You are wrapped up in fear. This is the man who's wrapping you in fear. He keeps saying this. You know, during lockdown, they did the same thing. They keep bringing this, told you about toxic church members and this. What about a toxic pastor? Who's going to talk about a toxic pastor? Guys, Magaya might be a better person. Let me just say, you know, Magaya might actually be a better person. This man is like nobody. I haven't even started saying anything. Trust me. Trust me. Trust me. You know, before I was so angry and stuff like that and whatnot. But then, I mean, those who watched the broadcast I did yesterday, when I was leaving the hospital, these things start affecting me, affecting my heart, my physical heart, you understand? So this is not even something like you come here and tell me some silly stuff like, oh, you know, it's a lie. Really? Are you? If you are looking for a testimony, you're looking at one. Imagine kneeling down to a guy who's banging your woman every single time and say, Papa. Can I mention this, guys? Sometimes LP will text women, like, you know, there are women who are prominent on social media, like the likes of Zari or Pokelo, or you text women like that, right? And then you would delete his part of the message, okay, his part of the message. And so he carefully texts them and stuff like that. So he leaves some parts of his message, delete the ones he doesn't like, and then he leaves the parts of the message from them. He will start showing people around him like, oh, look, women like Pokelo. I'm actually saying what he says to the people around him. Or women like Pokelo, or that lady called Zari from South Africa, all right? Zari boss lady. Or you see, they want me. This one even want to spend the night with me. She just texted. You see, women just text me. I don't know why people say I do these things. Women just text me. This is the kind of manipulation that goes on around his camp. So he makes people around him feel like women are the ones throwing themselves on him. But then I have so many messages from different women that I can show you how this man will be begging, like, oh, please, just give me that pussy. Be fast, we are not flowing. Men begging like this, begging. Please, if you are one person that this man has done, just say it in the comment section. You know, there's lots of them that are watching here. You want big women like that, yet you're only a 60-second guy. Behave, okay? Stop it. Yeah. Yeah, guys. Let's see what the comments are saying. Yeah, that's what LP does, guys. Let me tell you, if you see a pastor who's sticking around LP a lot right now, after I said what I'm saying, don't think, oh, they don't know what's happening. They know. LP is the one who says, the problem with you is that if I tell you this, you speak to your husband. The problem with you, if I tell you this, you speak to your wife. So a lot of couples around him don't even communicate. When it comes to things that are associated with him, they don't communicate. You're only supposed to communicate what you need to do for daddy. One girl says, I got telegram. He telegrammed me and I said, no, I never got promoted in leadership. That's it. You see, the man will only promote you if he's eating in your courts, simple as. And unfortunately, a lot of young people are and the men will be like, my pussy. And then the next thing he'll be like, God is saying, oh. He said to one girl, she said, no, I don't want you. I don't want you. I don't want a boyfriend. You are married or anything. He said, let's fuck then. Go to the toilet now. Do it now. You don't obey me. It is because of you people who look desperate. Let me tell you this. You know, imagine you are in Britain for more than 15 years, all right? Imagine you are in Britain for more than 15 years and you don't have visa. Things are not moving for you. You don't have papers. And then you have a guy like that selling dreams to you. Do you know that if a struggle goes for so long, you might get so frustrated that you stop thinking properly, right? That you actually stop thinking properly. I'm talking about in circumstances like that where you don't have papers in the country and then you don't know what might happen to you. You end up in the hands of predators like that guy. You will end up in the hands. LP says, Pastor C changed my life. Oh, Pastor C changed my life. Let me tell you this. In lockdown, his spiritual father started teaching from the book of Revelation, all right? And he was unfolding the scriptures there. Do you know what LP what he came and said? He said, how can a man, all right? He said, how can a man teach? How can a man try to review a revelation, to speak on, to interpret the book of Revelation when it's already a revelation? What I need to say is this: the same way he done to the Ghana prophet, where he gets what he wants, and then the next thing, when he feels like he's comfortable, then he leaves. That's what he does. He's a hypocrite. Nothing about him is true. See him. He has gone from this man of God, this man of God, this man of God, this man of God. If one son is gaining him at that moment, is the one that he highlights. When that one gets in trouble, he finds another one. Right now, you have grown men saying, oh, you are our gates, Papa, our gates, oh, our gates. Your wife is busy getting banged, you motherfucker. You see? And because apparently this is your gate. This is your gate. There is no another gate anywhere else. This is the only gate. You need to wake up. Like, think for a second. The man is actually pushing young girls into forced prostitution. Listen, if there is any pastor of him that is in a high position, he done what I'm talking about. Trust me on that one. Trust me on that one. No doubt about it. The man is flossing your minds because you guys, you do not want to think. And he knows, let's talk about the Brisbane, okay? Do you remember this guy came to you and he started talking about, oh, I have a bank, I have this, a Britain bank, you know, it's called a British bank, what, it is called that, right? All right? Guys, where is that bank? Where did that bank go? The day most of you will realize that LP lies so much because he knows 95% of his followers don't do any research about nothing because you guys don't think. Where is the bank? Oh, my wife is the only person in the world with a bank. Floss you. Now they're telling you we are building a city. A man who told you are building a city yesterday, today is telling you it's a rapture. What the heck is going on? Especially you Zimbabwean people, you disappoint me. Your belief in this magic and witchcraft is serious. Ain't nobody killing anybody. Especially me, I ain't dying. I'm not going anywhere. You understand? It's just a phase. It will pass. It will pass. At least, you see, let me tell you like what I said before. I said, we're going to die anyway. Whether you die 200 years to come or what, you know, somehow if the world is going to extend to that, you will die anyway, brother. You might not die of cancer. You might not die of all these things. Age will kill you one day. Simple as. But the problem, the difference between me and you, I have said something. I have done something about these injustices. What have you done yourself? You done nothing. You know, how can a man say, I have pastors? None of his pastors even know how to deliver a sermon. If that guy leaves town today and goes somewhere else, the church won't have any people. Someone said you had money there. I don't know if they are talking about me. I never opened an account with them. All right. Know that you are being lied at. You are being lied every single day. What LP does, I notice this, if there's anyone who's light-skinned, you know, with a nice skin in the ministry, like you are Indian or you are Asian, or so they will put you forward because they want to present all this whole thing that they are surrounded by special people. No, guys. No, it's no. Please see what's playing here. There's someone who's trying to look like all that. No. That's even show you how insecure LP is with his own skin. We've seen this. We used to be in meetings before. He said, put a white woman. Yeah, we want a white woman to go there. And one time, my close friends, and one of my close friends is married to a British lady. And guess what? He was in the meeting. Imagine you're in the meeting and someone says, oh, put a white lady there. And your wife, you know your wife is British. How disrespectful. That's what that man is. All he thinks about is himself. Everyone in the church divorces except Papa. Oh, apparently Papa has an anointing for marriage. No. The problem is, all these marriages, you don't submit, when you know you are the one dipping your stick in the wrong place. Please, let's not mention names. Please. I have to delete that. Okay? Every company of this guy is dissolved. Guy who lies. All your partnership, guess what is happening? You people are told Queen Mother. Queen Mother. There is a Queen Mother. So who are the concubines? There's a Queen Mother. Which other mothers do we have? Because there's some small ones. Queen Mother is the trophy wife, the one that we put in social media. And then the ones who are told, I'll take care of you, you know, I'll sort you out. Guys, if you have never seen the devil, you are looking at one. A person who calls themselves a father, that reduce themselves to that degree not to see a boundary between a daughter or between your son's wife and a normal girl who is a prostitute out there in the world. That's where you realize how wicked some people are. That guy is wicked. The guy is wicked. People leave him. Why are people leaving him? You want their wives. Do you remember he put up a statement before? He said, some people, they go for crumbs, not knowing that it's better to have the whole of, the taste of the crumbs is better than the whole of. Okay. Say, I do agree to what you're saying. How did you know the taste of the crumbs? How did you know? If someone is with them and is not married, trust me, they are married. I'm telling you. Oh my God. I'm telling you. Imagine the men is in Zimbabwe. You have to, you at times you had to go and sneak in. You know, that guy, the late genius Kadunkure or Ginimbi. He was the one helping you. He was the one even helping you sometimes to get all these slay queens and whatever. But when the guy died, the men didn't even go to go and say RIP or something like that publicly. You couldn't even acknowledge somebody who was helping you like that, someone you were mixing with. That shows you what LP is all about. It's all about, it's self-centered, right? Right? You see, after PEM came out on social media and made a video to endorse you, and then he said, no, on my phone, I only talk, I think he said his wife, LP, and his spiritual father. He said, these are the only people that I talk to, right? After that, you wanted to sacrifice him by giving information that I don't know whether it's true or whatever, but you wanted to betray him so that you just save yourself from being exposed by me. So that people wouldn't know the truth. People wouldn't hear the truth. All those guys like Genius, they knew your games and stuff like that. One time, guys, what happened here in UK? One parent caught LP texting the daughter, right? And then they responded to him. They're like, yo, why are you texting our daughter? Guess what he does? He sent them Ginimbi's number, like, oh, I was thinking it is you. I said, but even if it was us, how can you text such messages? Say, no, can I give you this business contact? What? Ginimbi, text Ginimbi. When they went to text Ginimbi, all right, what did Ginimbi say? Ginimbi said, guys, if it is LP, all right, if it is LP, please stay safe. That guy, you have to be careful. He uses people around him to close all these things. Same thing with me when you wanted to close me. Oh, there is this lady here in Dubai, where you are in Dubai there. Can you meet her today? People don't need to know our issues. My guy, you think I'm stupid? Really? Are you? This man is not as popular as you guys think. If he needs to go and make a crusade somewhere or whatever, he looks for who's a popular person in that area. Find a way to manipulate them. The same way he done when he went to Uganda. He found who was popular there that he would get close to. And then he's so subtle. When he needs something, he's so subtle, so humble. When he gets it, he starts saying things. Remember, he told you guys about an island in that place. Please, let him answer to you people. Where's the island? Let him answer, and then I'll show you the owners of that place. They don't even know these things that the public was told. You have someone who's willing to lie to that degree. You have someone who's willing to lie to that degree. Trust me, Passion Java is way more popular now. And it gets the guy mad. I remember in lockdown, he called me to just tell me, this Passion Java is messed up now. He's messed up now. I was like, what's this all about? Let's be real to each other. The people will keep defending such behavior. such kind of men of God. You are the same. It doesn't matter how much you want to convince yourself, talk about rapture, talk about what, talk about this. You are the same. You are the same. Oh, by the way, I forgot. You are his pussy. You are his. That's how, you see, the guy even right now is probably claiming everything about me. Oh, you see that it is me, it is me. Okay, no problem. Yo, okay, everything. Except my soul. Spare my soul. You are the problem and you're not helping anything. We have so many mothers under the church. I know you know what happened to your daughters. You tell them to silence and not speak. You are wrong. And if you knew which side of the law that you are standing at, you would change that position. You would change that position. So how do you separate a man from his gift? It is impossible. Character is important. It's easy. If a man commits something like that, deal with him as a man. There is a way. True same support a pig, you're a pig. Period. It doesn't matter how many scriptures he was paid a check to come after he flopped on Big Brother UK. He was never a son. A check to come after he flopped. Who was that? Who's the person you're talking about? My brother, let me tell you, these are strip clubs. We just need to put a pause there. You know, I remember one time there was this girl with big hips, okay, in church, and so she had this, you know, I mean, how do I know? Because she was in front of us. LP made the girl go and dance and do those dances and whatever when worship is going on. All right? What happened? Oh my God, I can't forget. What happened that day? He kept telling the woman to repeat, 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 repeat. He said repeat. Do you know the woman kept repeating the dance? LP was in his office like, It's only about it's only about yesterday where one of the girls, a friend with that girl, texted me and said, yo, do you know, thank you so much for saying what you've been saying. You know, in lockdown, he was proposing that I should become his PA, but my friend was like, can you not see that's impossible? He's after something. The man was busy in lockdown. He was telling you guys to be ready for rapture. And he was busy with our women, our daughters, our mothers, and our grandmothers. I mean, you're seeing people coming out on social media saying, no one is coercing them to come and say it. They're just coming out, say their testimonies. You must be a fool not to see through this. It's black and white. Okay, then, if they say, oh, Ashton is saying this because he's looking to benefit something, okay, fine. I accept, okay? Let's say I want to benefit something. What about all these other people that are coming out saying their stories? They also want to benefit something? Sometimes you just need to think. Look, this is the man who said, oh, I raise giants. Which one of his pastors in London or in UK do you know? You know nobody. You know no one. Not one. You don't nobody. Or you want to talk about the VP, the vice president, the other guy. The other guy who had his ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling flying all over social media and whatever, whoever leaked it. I don't know. All right? Someone say, but I fail to understand why they see in that ugly thing, he even looks unhealthy. He was close to a guy called what? I don't know what happened. I mean, with that guy, anything is possible. You know, guys, I wanna leave you with a little word, okay? I know we said that this is not a platform for, but you know what the word of God says, right? Right? Remember when Jesus said, you are of your father, the devil, for he was a liar from the beginning. Now you need to judge for yourself. Do you remember LP came out and it's like, oh, I met Pastor C. The moment I met Pastor C, it's like I met a Christian for the first time. And I have asked this question a lot of times and I need you to help me understand. So if he met a Christian for the first time, okay, what was he all along? If you see an appointment that is very fast like this, there's a transaction, trust me. This is why his ministry is not effective, really, because everyone there they are not really qualified. Something else qualified them to be there. Some things about LP do not need any education. You just need to be, you don't need to be spiritual. You just need common sense. There's another issue I wanted to touch also today. This man says that he imparts people. What exactly? Who do you know that he actually imparted? He said this one. He imparted that person. What is the wife feel about this? We spoke about it. She said it is better to cry on a marble floor than on a wooden floor. So she told you her position. Her position is it is better to cry on a marble floor than to cry on a wooden floor. Okay? Someone say imparted guy in somewhere in Africa. My friend, you see, it's only that I don't want to talk about that guy, so you see me running away like this. That's why I never mention certain things. I want to talk about LP. Okay? Yeah, that's what the guy does. He only wants to be seen in the top 3 of top givers. Guys, there's something happening. I'm just angry that he did it. Okay, no problem. Thank you. She's so stupid. God will punish her. Bye. You know, if anyone says something stupid to me and it's supposed to be a bullet for me, most people here, they like me. You know what I can just tell them? Guys, deal with fools like that in the comment section. I'm at peace. But I'll tell you this. You see, it's fools like you who keep throwing stones like this. Sometime in the near future, I'm telling you, you're going to come and find me again. Yeah, you guys, you really say, but understand. No, and there's nothing to understand here. Okay, so I'm not worried about fools like you. I mean, probably you are texting me sleeping on the floor somewhere in Chabalala and on your phone with a little light like this. You can't even see me properly. I think that's your problem. Because if you really check properly, you consider what you throw across me. Sir, relax. We're not the same. You are a fool fooled by a fool. You want to come here and talk to me like that? Nigga, please. A prophet you see on TV. I'm talking about a guy I sat with countless times. I forget. In fact, right now if I call him, he probably will answer. See? Because unlike how stupid you are, he understands how much of a mess he's in. Okay? Let me see what you guys are saying. Let's see what you're saying. One thing I need to close this sermon saying, the sermon I said, right? You see, Africans, we need to change our behavior. When the whole thing started of slavery and stuff like that, it is not it is not European people that just started coming and taking your people. It was you who hated your uncle that you started selling your uncle, and your uncle started getting taken to this other country that he had no idea about. Okay? It's people like you. There's people like you selling your sisters and your brothers because you are heartless and you go around with a big tag like a Christian. You big fool. Can you not see what's really happening? If you're smart, you see what's happening. Don't be a fool and just come to comment things that don't make sense. I'm telling you. Some of us we are different. This is a man, guys, you need to think here. These are people who constantly tells you, oh, you need to sow a seed for this. You need to sow a seed for this. Woman's Day, sow a seed. This, sow a seed, sow a seed. Africa, honestly. And look at us. Look at us. Why are we not better than Europe? Because why? We are so spiritual. And I tell you, you know, when LP is targeting his victims, he's always said to them, oh, you're too spiritual. That's how he discouraged them. Okay? Stop selling your daughters in the name of you are being submissive. That's bullshit. Stop selling your woman if you're a real man simply because that's your spiritual father. You're stupid. Don't do nonsense like that. You see, there are some young guys like that. You see, let me tell you, me, I don't mind risking everything. I can risk anything. Right now I receive messages from a lot of you. Oh, Ashton, are you safe? Are you safe? And what? What can you do? What can you do to me? You do nothing. Man, I'm not scared of a man who beats women and stuff like that. Nah, nigga, please. That's not my portion to be scared of niggas like that. You understand? If all you do is fight women, tell them you are starting a war you cannot finish, you are not my kind of guy. All right? Guys, trust me, I'm warming up. There is a lot. There is a lot. Remember, this is 4 years of me witnessing nonsense. And I'm quiet. And some guy decided to cross lines. It's coming. I'm not under pressure for nobody. Okay, I say what I want to say when I want to say it. Those who are following me, I think they can see where this is going, right? So don't come here and try to be like a movie director. Let me tell you this. If you have your daughter in that place, you need to really sit down with that daughter of yours. Ask these questions. Daughter, please tell me the truth. Has Papa approached you? Because Papa did. I mean, if your daughter is ugly, you might not need to bother. Okay, that's the only way to be saved from this kind of nonsense from happening. All right, but if she's fair enough and whatever, ask boys too. Okay, because your son might be performing some stupid duties. I'm asking you to be responsible parents. All right. Are you that desperate for the spiritual? What are you desperate for? There is a time, all right? There is a time where you just need to investigate these things for yourselves. Don't be, I don't know, people think being spiritual is working in the absence of your mind. God needs the mind, the same mind you have, to be present, all right? When you're dealing with issues, because I mean, even he says, be you transformed by the renewal of the mind. All right? It has to be here. Obviously, LP's mind is not renewed anyway. All he sees is pussy. That's what he sees in his mind. That's what he sees. And you women and you girls who are still thinking I'm Papa's favorite, how do you feel after the man has abused you and done all he done? Right? The next thing he goes and he posts his wife, and he'll be like, if you're not the one in the picture, you're not the one. If you're not the one, what are you doing around the guy? If you can't buy a pair of Jimmy Choo shoes, a pair of red bottoms, it's okay. You can't afford them for now. Leave it. You can afford them one day. Work hard towards that. Work hard towards that. One day you wear, it's just shoes in the end of the day. Sometimes find the simplest things that can suit you. It's about how you are able to put pieces. Don't go for a suit for 1,500 if you can't afford it. It's okay. It's fine. No one is going to kill you for that. You know, I'm talking about, you are in the church service like that, the guy spotting girls, and then he has a way to send a signal to his guys like, I want number from this one. Number. The next thing, hotel. Guess what? Boom. This happened. And guys, please, can you not forget to visit that website, www.joanministries.com, and go and check that material that they're trying to fool you using, all right? It's pretty much clear what you're dealing with. And most of these things I didn't even need to say. You already knew this. I'm just confirming. Someone is talking about preaching Christ. I'm not preaching any Christ. Please, go to TD Jakes. What's your problem with me? Leave me alone. The one who are here, they know what they're here for. I'm not preaching Christ. Me, I'm preaching justice, which is equals to Christ. And I'm not your brother, you motherfucker. I don't have brothers who don't use common sense, okay? Hey, preach this, preach that. Don't tell me what to preach. Please bring your wife, who present your wife and your daughter to LP and will tell you to preach Christ after you violate them. Okay? Bring us your wife, bring us your daughter, your mother, your sister. We give LP to have nice time. And then after that, we tell you to preach Christ. And please, when you preach that Christ, we want you to be smiling. Don't be a fool. You see, anyone you hear say, oh, you know, just let go. Jesus this, Jesus that. You know you are dealing with a fake person. Do you know, do you know God would have never asked us to love and forgive if it was so simple? This is how, these are LP side. Christianity is about love. It is about love. It's about love. Okay. Does it mean you have to take your stick and put it everywhere? Is this the love you're talking about? Help us understand. Same person can be, run away from evil. He is evil himself. We should run away from him. Don't be fooled, guys. These are issues, society. And let me tell you, if the church continues to hide these issues and just sweep them under the carpet, we're going to end up with a big problem. This is why people don't want to come to church. Here in Britain, here you want to just go to a person and say, oh, hey, Jesus, your Lord and Savior. You know what they always say? Oh, I don't want to be a hypocrite. I used to wonder, but what do they mean I don't want to be a hypocrite? I think they noticed what Christians are like. Guys, whatever you say, Mr. Too Slow, it will not bother me. You understand? It will not bother me. I think with these ghost accounts, they're exposing themselves. People can actually see. Very evil. Love spread abroad in our hearts. What love? It's a guy using F-bombs and whatever after he's talking those things. Okay. Someone said, tell me about the $1 Million Academy. Which millionaire does he have? Please, line them up there. I want to see them. Ladies and gentlemen, it's not a church. Someone asked a very important question. It says, wait, how can I open this? Someone said, guys, how is it that when LP goes live on Instagram, he has under 100 viewers when he has over 200,000 followers? I wonder. And then he's trying to laugh at me like, oh, you only have a few thousands people just watching your videos. Okay, fine. But then you have to watch, like, my account only has about 3,000 people. And that's not the point. The point is, there are people who are resonating with what I'm talking about. If you have a grown man who forgets what he's doing and the consequences of those things just to focus on likes, then you know that we're dealing with someone mentally disturbed. I mean, if they know about ghost accounts, they're able to do anything. I don't know. In fact, he says, oh, we have 12 million people watching us, guys, and your artist on YouTube, they can't even get like 500,000 views, not even 200,000. You see? You know that artist again, the other one, the fat one, what's his name? That boy. That don't want to say a lot. That guy, he doesn't even have papers in this country. So this guy is busy doing human trafficking and stuff like that and hiding them under the thing. Don't get us started because we'll look into a lot of things. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in. Now you know who the liar is, okay? Now you know who the liar is, and we're not stopping. We will say these things one by one. From the next broadcast, I promise you, I am going to bring out the women that this man has messed up right on here. And the documentary, I'll tell you the date when I'm ready. There are things that I'm waiting for. So the documentary will come afterwards, okay? After that. But from the next broadcast that I'll do, I don't know when, but the next broadcast I'm doing, you are going to see women, if they stand there, even yourself, you will not even argue, okay? So with how ugly you are, how can you even argue? You understand? And we do have the evidence. Let me tell you, Ashton is not scared of anybody. I fear nobody, okay? I do not owe you any explanation. I'm not your servant, okay? I'm the advocate for change. Ashton Tutu. Peace.